Friends, let me start by introducing myself. I am Anil Belkeri, 2004 instrumentation graduate from this prestigious SGGS College of Engineering and Technology, Nanded. Okay. It's really a moment of pride and joy for me to speak before you from TCS as well as alumni of this institution. And fortunately, today is Teachers' Day. I'm really blessed to take the blessings from our professor on the same day. So this is my actually fortunate I'm saying. Okay. I've been working with TCS since last 6 years. I started my career in 2004 with Honeywell as a project engineer. I've been working with DCS and PLCs, HMI and the SCADA systems. Then I moved on, I joined Siemens Technologies Mumbai. The profile was more or less same. I was into commissioning of the process plants. And in 2008, I joined TCS. Most of the students here think that TCS is only into softwares. Let me tell you one thing, TCS is into everything. I would say TCS is one of the only few companies which can offer you from level 1 to level 4 of automation. So can anybody tell me what is level 1 to level 4 automation? Okay. So I'm talking here about from device level, from plant level, device level to manufacturing intelligence to SAP level integration. Very few companies in the global environment are capable of executing such kind of projects. Like from device, PLC, SCADA, your historian, your MES manufacturing execution system, what you call about fuzzy logic, neural logics, okay, up to the SAP integration. So TCS is leading in that. Okay, so you will have ample of opportunities in TCS, be it in IT sector, be it in actual core domain of PLC, automation, device, commissioning of processes, clean water, wastewater, cement plant, you name it, TCS has presence in it. While I was just taking the interviews yesterday, I have seen that people are very, kind of reluctant and they do not have clear understanding what TCS is into. So my humble request is, you keep on going through internet searches, go and visit TCS website, you will find a lot of information there. So before appearing for interviews for the TCS, you just go through that website. You will come to know the technologies and the platform we are working on. Okay. One thing which I observed during the interviews is, we are a bit lacking on the communication. Okay. Your communication, see, today you are in this instrumentation department, you must be competing with your students, friends, right? But once you pass out, right? So you will be competing against the students from IIT, the students from Pune University, students from Mumbai University. I would say their soft skills are better in a way because they have been nurturing it since long. Okay, they have very good communication skill. They have very good command on communication. So you need to think that you not only have to compete with your friends here, but you will be competing against the global workforce. Okay, so I request every one of you to put some sincere efforts and use this 8 months of period or 1 year of period to improve your communication skill. Another feedback which I would like to share with you is, I find that people are very afraid of programming. So even if I ask, how many of you know programming languages? Can you raise your hands? How many of you know the programming languages? See, only 4-5 people, right? So what is actually coming to your mind? What do you mean by programming? Can you just tell me what do you mean by programming? Okay, so what I see from here is, when I ask about programming, people start thinking it must be VB, .NET, Java, or C or C++, which are more or less inclined technologies for IT and computer science. So why should I go into it? Let me tell you one thing, what we test here is the logic, how you are trained to execute the logic. What is your thought process? Forget about the syntax. because in company we do not stress much on the syntax, because anyways you will get that through textbook or ready references, right? You just need to improve your logical skill, right? And you should at least know one of the programming language. If you know one programming language, if you can develop a program in one language, it's very easy to implement that in any other language. So please, my humble request is you start working on any of the programming language, take this grace period of 8 months or 1 year, improve your skills. That would really benefit you to sustain, to excel in professional life. Any questions? TCS plus Honeywell. Okay, what you want to like, I mean, what information would like to have on that? Okay, so some of the information could be very confidential, so I may not be sharing that, but I will give you an overall information. Like, okay, see, TCS is a platform independent system integrator. Okay, TCS works on platform of Honeywell, TCS works on platform of Siemens, AB, Rockwell, Yokogawa. So we are platform independent, right? Honeywell is a very big company, having its presence not only in automation and control, but also in aviation system, special device system, the special material which is being used in military and aviation sector. Okay, so Honeywell is one of the client for TCS, wherein we are having engagement in different sectors as well as automation and PLC. As far as you ask very specific question about water industry, water domain, TCS does program in water sector, right from designing the plant up to the commissioning of the clean water, wastewater treatment plants. Okay, and it does use different controllers, different type of PLCs and the SCADA system, depending on the requirement from the customer. See, we will be having a target that so many instrumentation engineers are required. If we get all of them from this college, well and good. Okay. First of all, there would be two criteria for having a recruitment. One is the trainee engineers which we select through the campus, and there are few particular skills which can only be recruited through the market, which are having experience skills. Okay. So we will be having a different requirement based on the experience criteria and the freshers criteria. So, and we get those targets from the different unit, different business unit, depending on their projection. Drive means? Yes. As far as this drive is concerned or any other instrumentation drive is concerned, I am from the EIS background, having instrumentation background as well. So currently I am the one who is taking all the instrumentation interviews. No person from IT or computer background is taking the instrumentation. Yes, the focus, we have a focus to recruit the instrumentation student, having interview panels separate for these students. Okay. See, okay. They may be put in those projects depending on what remarks we put in. It is very unfair to expect at this moment, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that mindset, I would request them to first change that mindset, because coding is understanding the requirement, implementing that into a form of a program. So what you are doing in the ladder logic, what you are doing in the DCS control, it's the same, right? But I can understand your concern. Okay, to answer that, we have a separate group. Okay, now we have started tagging associate to the units, right? And the project requirements, if we dedicatedly require a resource from the instrumentation background, yes, they will be put in the instrumentation projects only. But it's depend on project need. But 95% of the time it happens that the instrumentation people are tagged to the instrumentation projects. Or you want any information, additional information about what topic you should prepare? Okay, that policy is not there. Okay, there are few engagement of TCS with different universities, but there are few criteria. Okay, not first of all, the freshers are not deputed for any of the course. They have to complete certain years of service with TCS. Okay, that is first criteria. Depending on different taste and going through this different recruitment criteria, they will be selected, but there will be again a bond. Once they will deputed for any higher education, once the education is completed, they need to come back to TCS and serve TCS for, let's say, XYZ years. So that is the criteria. But as such, there is no direct engagement. See, I would take it on a broader level. See, AB, Yokogawa, Siemens, this all comes under one group itself. So switching that is not a problem at all. Myself is handling 3 different platforms, AB, Siemens, Satcon, different legacy platforms. So switching among my group is not a problem at all. But if you say a person is working with, let's say today, it may happen that he's from electronics and telecommunication background, he's working on PLC and DCS kind of stuff or MATLAB stuff, and he want to pursue the career in embedded. Okay, once the minimum years of experience or minimum years of service in that particular project is done, yes, there is a policy for associates to have a cross-domain experience, cross-functional experience even. So it is very much there in the system. Is to be a more interactive sessions. So please ask questions. Okay, first of all, I would say there were a few remarks which put in. So and it has been informed to the interviews that you need to complete so many languages, and you need to improve on the communication skills. That is first part of it. Second part, depending on the department which you are mapped to. Okay, we have predefined courses which will be conducted at our different ILP programs, ILP centers. One is at Trivandrum, another is at Bhubaneswar. So depending on the technologies you are mapped to. So possibly if you are mapped to, let's say, instrumentation, PLC and control, you may be trained on .NET and Java technologies just to give you that skill set, so that in future, because this skill set can be effectively used for integration purpose. Integration of PLC system with the SAP system. So this .NET and the Java, this is the backbone of that integration. So every engineer who is working in the automation field should know it. And that is the reason you have been given that training. Okay, to answer your question, which programming languages you need to learn. Okay, it depends on the technology which you have been mapped to. Sorry, I cannot disclose that. It's very confidential. Pardon me? Okay. They should study, right. Okay. So for the third year student, I would like to set the expectation. First and the foremost is your communication, right? So your communication has to be clear. You should be able to communicate the message. We don't want you to write a essay, but at least you should be able to communicate the message. That is first part of it. Second part of it, you should at least have basic understanding of the programming. You select, one should be your assembly language programming, okay, and the second one should be any platform, .NET, Java, VB, C, C++. Okay. These are the two expectations. Coming back to which subject you should learn. See, if the projects are going to be from the R&D, the feedback control system, what we study, root locus, Bode plot, Nyquist plot, okay, that are going to be helpful. But basic subjects like S&D, sensors and transducers, everyone should have a command on that. Okay, and your approach should be, when you study any theorem, what is the application wherein it has been used, you should be aware of that, because everybody knows the theorem here. Kirchhoff's law, but where we use it, nobody knows it. Eddy current, everybody knows it, but where we use it, what is the practical application of it? Okay, so nobody knows that. I mean, nobody means most of the students, they won't be able to explain that to us. So while you're studying any concept, try to find out where that concept being utilized in the real-time application. Sensor and transducer is the one subject, microprocessor and the microcontroller. I would request you start getting on with the PLC and the DCS. You are talking about the core subject, and when we ask the questions on the core subject, we find that you're not able to answer that. So are we really talking in the same line? On one hand, we are talking that we want to pursue career in core subjects, and other hand, we are not able to answer some basic questions on the core subjects. So this is something really kind of a dicey situation, I would say. Microprocessor, microcontroller, basics of the PLC, basics of the control systems. These are the subject. Power electronics, communication and the networks, different type of networks, what is the protocol, ISO 7 protocol, different layers, we should know that. So these are some of the basic subjects which everyone should know from the instrumentation domain. And one more thing, when you go for any industrial training, because I think that is the first point or first time you are getting having a direct interaction with the industries. So in such scenarios, try to focus on one particular process area. Don't try to focus on too much process area. You try to get the overall what is, if you go for, let's say, power plant, okay, try to get a overall how the power plant works, what are the input comes, what is the output, okay. However, you should focus on one particular process area which you should know in and out, and which you should be able to explain to third person thoroughly. Like a boiler, okay, what type of boiler, what is the capacity, what is the input, what is the output, how many closed loops are there, what are the critical parameters which we control. So this type of information we should be able to explain. So try to focus on one process area, try to get as much as knowledge, as much as data, information regarding to that process area, okay. Focus on that, don't try to capture the information from all the processes, and at last we come to know that we are losing on everything. Any more questions from this side? So thank you friends, thank you for giving me this opportunity to have interaction with you. Thank you very much.
I'm from 2008 pass out production. Okay, I'm with TCS since 2008. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you on the Teachers' Day. And okay, I don't know exactly what should I talk. Okay, just couple of tips for you. Okay, when any interview comes to you, most important thing is your face. Okay, it should display some confidence on your face, some positive attitude. Okay, and communication. If you are done with these three things, you are 50% done there. Okay, and interview generally happens. Okay, the general approach is how to speak. For example, when you are telling your introduction, after that you should talk in a way that questions will come on what you are talking. Okay, if you are explaining your project, you should be enough strong to explain what you are saying, because next question will immediately, okay, I am working on some sensors. What is sensors? What are the different types of sensors? Okay, so you should be enough confident what you are talking all about. That's the most important thing. Second thing, the most impressive thing is, okay, I agree that you are doing something in Pragya, doing something in Utsav, but what you have done apart from your college? Have you went to some IITs to present some papers? Have you done some intra-college activities? It gives a very special mark. If you write in bold letters, right, I had done something in TechFest. Enough, okay, if you are even participating, it gives a good impression. Okay, people feel that, oh yeah, he went to IIT, yeah, it's a good thing. So these kind of things makes, give some confidence for interview also to recruit you. Okay, so that's what the thing I can tell you. Okay, and you got the best department, best faculty. Make the best, try your best efforts to get maximum things from them. Okay, I think there are 24 hours available for you. Even I can see that Wagmare sir was still there till 1 AM in the morning yesterday. Okay. Thank you. You have any questions for me? Any questions? Open questions? Thank you so much.